Have you ever wondered why your brain perfectly remembers the lyrics to a song from 10 years ago, but forgets where you put your keys 5 minutes ago? Memory is one of the most fascinating and complex functions of the human brain, and it's far from perfect. In this video, we're going to explore why your brain remembers some things and forgets others, and what this tells us about how our minds really work. First, it's important to understand that memory is not like a video camera. Your brain doesn't record every detail of your life. Instead, it actively selects, organizes, and interprets information, which means that forgetting is just as important as remembering. One key reason your brain remembers certain things is emotional impact. Events that evoke strong emotions, whether joy, fear, or surprise, are more likely to be stored in long-term memory. That's why you can often recall your first day at school, a thrilling vacation, or a frightening accident with vivid clarity. Emotion triggers the release of chemicals in the brain, like adrenaline and dopamine, which strengthen memory formation. On the other hand, mundane or repetitive information often gets filtered out. Your brain focuses on what it thinks is important, so everyday details, like the color of a shirt you wore last week, may not make it into long-term memory. Attention also plays a huge role. If you're distracted while learning or experiencing something, your brain doesn't encode it deeply. Multitasking can interfere with memory formation, which is why you might forget a phone number or an address if you weren't fully paying attention. Repetition and rehearsal help information stick. The more you review or practice something, the more your brain strengthens the neural connections associated with it. That's why studying, practicing an instrument, or repeatedly recalling facts makes them easier to remember. Your brain also uses patterns to prioritize memory. It tends to remember unusual, surprising, or meaningful information better than things that are ordinary or predictable. A strange or unique experience stands out, while routine experiences can fade into the background. Sleep is another critical factor. During deep sleep, your brain consolidates memories, transferring information from short-term storage to long-term memory. Without adequate sleep, memories may not form properly, which explains why you sometimes forget things after a restless night. Stress affects memory too, but in both good and bad ways. Moderate stress can sharpen memory and attention, while chronic stress or trauma can impair memory, making it harder to recall information accurately. Interestingly, forgetting is actually a healthy process. Your brain discards information that is no longer useful to free up space and make important memories easier to access. This selective forgetting prevents overload and helps you focus on what really matters. Different types of memory also play a role. For example, procedural memory helps you remember skills like riding a bike, while episodic memory stores personal experiences, and semantic memory holds facts and knowledge. Some memories are easier to recall because they are linked to multiple senses or repeated contexts. The brain creates stronger memories when information is meaningful, emotionally charged, or connected to existing knowledge. So next time you forget where you put your keys, don't panic. Your brain is simply prioritizing what it thinks is important. And the memories that stick? They reveal what your brain values most, what moves you, and what shapes your identity. Understanding how memory works can also help you improve it. Pay attention, get enough sleep, manage stress, and review information regularly to strengthen recall. By working with your brain instead of against it, you can remember more of what matters and let go of what doesn't. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating workings of the human brain. See you in the next one.